Maybe you've been feeling it lately, that quiet knowing that something inside is shifting. You're not stuck, but you're not quite clear either. You can feel the next layer of your expression, your clarity, your groundedness, hovering just beyond reach. There's a part of you that doesn't want advice or a plan. You just want to be seen deeply in your truth. That's what this space is, a place to bring the fog, the sparks, the blooming of what's next. A space that listens to your field and follows its rhythm. If your soul's been whispering for something like that, there's a doorway quietly waiting in the show notes to meet together. Welcome to Grounded is the New Sexy, the podcast where we flip the script on what it means to truly be attractive in today's world. Here, we believe that true beauty comes from within, and that cultivating a strong, centered inner world is the key to feeling free, empowered, and fully alive. So settle in, take a deep breath, and let's redefine what makes you shine from the inside out. Hey love, welcome back to Grounded is the New Sexy. This one's a little raw, a little quieter than usual, because today we're not reaching for anything. We're just being together, here. If you've been feeling an edge around showing up online or creating content or sharing your truth, you're not alone. And it's not resistance, it's recalibration. You're shedding the old ways of performing a frequency that's no longer yours. Let's be honest, you're exhausted, not just by life, but by the pressure to hold a frequency that no longer feels like yours. I'm feeling this big time right now. This episode is for the version of you who's been smiling while unraveling, posting while disassociating, speaking truth while your nervous system is quietly collapsing under the weight of having to be a vibe instead of a human. You don't need to hold a frequency. You are one. There was a time in my path when I looked wildly on purpose from the outside. And it was all real. The goals, the pursuits, the accolades. But underneath it, I was tired. I was scared that if I let the cracked parts of me be seen, people would think I'd lost my magic. That the ones who were drawn to my glow wouldn't stay if I let them see the ache. So I tried to maintain the image of someone who had it together, whatever that even is. But I was leaking, not just energy, but truth. And it finally broke one night, in the quiet. I looked at myself and I thought, I miss me. Not the polished version, not the presentable one, just me. The one before I learned how to perform. So let's talk about going from frequency management to essence expression. And let's name it clearly and put it out there, real. The spiritual world, just like every other space, has had performance programming running through it. Speak in a certain tone. Be endlessly grateful. Stay high vibe. Be inspirational. It's not all bad, but it's exhausting. And it fractures your field. Because every time you split from your actual truth to maintain a curated one, you lose magnetism. Resonance isn't created, it's revealed. You don't have to try to be magnetic. You already are when you're real. And here's some more truth. We're in a collective frequency collapse. Not in a bad way, but in a returning. The age of frequency management is dissolving. People no longer feel safe around curated energy because it's unstable, it's overfiltered, and it can't hold nuance. The new resonance is embodied essence, your humanness, your contradictions, your raw, trembling presence. That is the only real magnetism now. Anything that requires you to posture, to regulate, or perfect fractures your field. This isn't a punishment, and I'm not trying to school anyone here. This is an invitation. The frequency of the new earth is coherence. And coherence can only happen when nothing inside of you is hiding from you anymore. So let's return to that resonance. Close your eyes if it's safe to do so. If not, save this part for later. And just breathe. Bring to mind the version of you who still tries to hold it all together. The one who worries what people will think. The one who posts and then immediately second guesses. The one who just wants to be received as she really is, but isn't sure if that's allowed. Let her come closer. Let her sit with you. Now gently speak to her, or let me speak it for you. You don't have to perform for love anymore. You don't have to prove your power through polish. You're allowed to unravel in public. You're allowed to speak in process. You're allowed to be seen before it's perfect. Breathe. Now feel your frequency, not the one you thought you had to hold. That one's just there, beneath it all. What color is it? What shape? What temperature? Let yourself just become that essence. And as you do, whisper, my essence is safe. My truth is magnetic. I don't need to hold anything up to be received. I just need to be home in me. Let that imprint and stay here as long as you like. The next time you go to post, to speak, to show up, ask yourself, Am I holding a frequency I was taught to hold? Or am I letting my true essence rise to the surface? Because your essence is the portal now. The cleaner the frequency, the deeper the connection. And clean does not mean perfect, it means true. If anything stirred in your heart from today's episode, I'd love to hear. Send me a message. And if you feel really called to, leave a review. It helps others find this message too. This is a practice I recommend doing several times because when we shift this perspective, beautiful things start to happen. And I am experiencing that so much right now. So until next time, stay grounded, stay radiant, and stay true to you. I'll see you next time. If today's episode resonated with you, I invite you to take this work even deeper with my free guided meditation. It's a simple, beautiful practice that will help you anchor into stillness and connect with the vast intelligence within you. You can download it now at christylittleartist.com/free-meditation, or you can click on the link in the show notes. If you try it, I'd love to hear how it felt for you. Send me a message on Instagram at christylittleartist and let me know. Thank you for being here, for sharing your energy, and for showing up for yourself today. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for joining me on Grounded is the New Sexy. I hope today's episode offered you a moment of clarity, a spark of inspiration, or simply a reminder to be gentle with yourself. True strength and beauty come from within, and every step you take towards grounding yourself and creating inner freedom is a powerful one. If you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. It helps others find the show and join our community. And if you're feeling called to dive deeper, check the show notes to learn about ways we can work together on this journey. Until next time, stay grounded, stay free, and remember, you're exactly where you're meant to be. Take care. I'll see you in the next episode.